Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Fox sued Joy Taylor, dragged for sleeping to the top. Skip Bayless, jealousy of Shannon Sharp, exposed. Let's see.
Let's go. Very nice.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. This story is probably one of the most salacious.
So, who's in the middle? The hairstylist?
I don't know.
Because Joy's on the left and Skip is on the right.
That's Skip. Skip look real.
That's Skip.
Just news and sports
but
entertainment,
Wow.
he look real different.
Older?
There's a hairstylist named Nushin Faraji who is suing the Fox Corporation and several Fox Sports companies, and also suing the VP of Fox Sports 1, Charlie Dixon, and the popular sports anchor Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor. A lot of the details
She's
of this
suing
lawsuit
Joy too? Oh.
For telling her to suck it up? Is that a lawsuit worth? Yeah. Well,
pretty crazy. Now, she is suing for unpaid wages.
Oh.
She's suing on behalf of herself and others as well. So this is a class action lawsuit, but it's also an individual complaint too, because she claims that she was sexually battered. She was also harassed.
I didn't
She
know
claims
it was
that the work
class
environment was
action.
very hostile.
I didn't know it was a class action either.
She also claims that the supervisors were negligent. They did not prevent the harassment, and also they covered it up to protect certain people, allegedly. And also, she was wrongfully terminated. So there's a lot going on in this lawsuit, but let's get into...
However, I did notice that the show Joy was on, Speak, like a couple months ago, she just stopped being on the show.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think anything. Well, I thought, okay, whatever.
With no announcement?
I don't follow the show anymore. So I've only watched like the Lakers segments. So, you know, whenever they talk about it, I would watch. But I started seeing at one point that, ooh, she's not there no more. Like, okay, I guess the lineup, because they had a lot of changes. Undisputed finished. So I was like trying to see new shows to watch.
Yeah.
And yeah, so explains why she got off.
Do you think that she was aware of this before this dropped yesterday?
Oh yeah, I think that's why she was let go.
No, Joy was
Joy.
let go. Oh,
Well,
I
Joy
thought I didn't
wasn't on the
understand
show.
that was meant let go too as well.
I mean, she wasn't on. If she wasn't on the show, what else is she doing?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't understand that.
through the nitty gritty, okay? Now,
Because she was let go.
I hope
Yeah, but
And that's why she is suing.
No, I get that, but I've never seen this person before. She's behind the scenes. I'm talking about Joy because she's on the screen.
I'm saying her name right. If not, I'm just going to call her Miss Faraji. Now, Miss Faraji has been working as a hairstylist at Fox Sports for 12 years. And 8 of those years, she was working full-time. Now, in 2016, she befriended Joy Taylor. Now, if you're a sports fan, you probably know Joy Taylor from shows like Undisputed and Speak.
Oh, she was on Undisputed too as well?
I've never seen her on Undisputed. Not saying she wasn't there, I've just never seen her.
Didn't have a job. She was out here trying to get a job on Fox Sports. And Miss Faraji alleged that Joy was able to get her job by sleeping with the VP of Fox Sports 1, Charlie Dixon. Now, this was scandalous because both Joy and Charlie were married. In fact, Joy just recently got married to her husband at the time, Richard Giannotti. He was staying in Miami and she was staying in LA, trying to allegedly sleep her way into position. He had no idea that she was smashing Charlie Dixon, but when he found out, he left her after.
Yeah. So, she's now married or still married?
I think she got. I didn't say nothing about the divorce. I think she's still married. Yeah.
After only 1 year of marriage, and he has Charlie Dixon. But when he found out, he left her after only 1 year of marriage,
so, yeah,
and he has the evidence of it too. So
wait, why did he?
He found out.
Oh, okay. So this long time ago then.
Well, yes.
Found that long time ago.
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh.
There with Charlie. Now, why would Miss Faraji bring this up in her lawsuit? Well, she's showing a picture of how Charlie Dixon, who is a vice president, he's an executive, so he has a lot of power. She's showing a picture of how he operates in a workplace environment. He allegedly initiates relations with his employees and subordinates, and that is against code. That's inappropriate. And not only that, that is...
Who's the lady on the right? So familiar. No, you don't remember?
It could be Janelle Hill? Is that her?
Who's that?
She was on, I remember in ESPN, there was a journal. Let's look up the photo because you're trying to set me up.
I'm not trying to set you up if you don't know her.
I
You
don't
don't know her.
know.
She just looks a little familiar, but whatever.
Okay.
and abuse of power, and it creates a breeding ground for sexual harassment cases, including this one that Ms. Faraji filed
It
against
looks like
him.
her a little bit. No, isn't that her?
No, that's not her.
Oh no, she looks a little different.
But people like Joy Taylor was with the shenanigans. She was willing to bust it wide open to get some favors and to get a job, and she was able to get a moderator job on the hit show Undisputed with Skip Bayless.
So how long has
she
she
was on
been
the
working
show.
on?
Then she must have been.
Fox.
This is like about 2016 then. I believe
Oh.
Undisputed started around 2016. So she was there. This was 2016 because I started watching Undisputed around maybe 2018.
Okay.
I think that LeBron went to the Lakers. So and that was another lady. It wasn't her. That's why I've never seen her on the show. Okay.
Bayless
So
and
why
Shannon Sharp.
she got kicked out?
I think maybe they offered her to start Speak or whatever. I don't know.
Oh.
Now, Ms. Faraji was also hired to be a part of Undisputed, so she was doing hair for Joy, and she also ended up doing hair for Skip Bayless. But after she
I
got
wonder if she did the hair and makeup for Shannon, because Shannon was when he left, he was very like thankful to his team, his hair and makeup crew. I wonder if that's the person.
got the
Must
job
be.
on
She's been there for a
Undisputed,
long time. She's like 12 years.
Yeah, but they have multiple people.
Oh.
the VP, Charlie Dixon, started to become inappropriate with her. Now, in 2017, Joy hosted a birthday party, and Miss Faraji was there, and Charlie was there as well. He was buying drinks, and he was drinking heavily, and he noticed Miss Faraji standing near the bar, and he approached her, and he was asking if she wanted a drink, and he started putting his hand on her lower back.
Did
and Miss
he
Faraji
know
said
that
no.
she's part of the party or like a?
A part of the company.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable with the touching, and she said, no, thank you. But Charlie still was touching her. He was rubbing on her, and he even grabbed her butt. And she was mortified, and she quickly left. And she tried to tell Joy what happened because she knew Joy was sleeping with him. And Joy said, get over it. And
Faraji did not know who to turn to, but as she knew Taylor was sleeping with Miss Dixon, she turned to her surprisingly.
Because I thought she was with the player. I didn't know she was also with this guy.
Well, being with the player allegedly wouldn't really get her to the top, though. With this
No,
guy,
but I thought that player had like some connection
nah,
with
the player is
corporate.
just a
I didn't
host
understand.
as she was.
Oh.
Now, this guy, he has pull.
she told her that she got her job on Undisputed because of Charlie Dixon. And also she said that Miss Faraji only got her job as a hairstylist because she requested her personally. She told Miss Faraji that if she complained about what happened, Charlie would take both of their jobs away. And unfortunately, this was a common thing. There were several female talents who were harassed by Charlie Dixon, and when they rejected him and reported it, they were fired. It happened to one talk show host, and it also happened to another anonymous woman. She was fired for not sleeping with Mr. Dixon, and Miss
Now they
Faraji.
all come together. Who? No,
I think that's class action.
Yeah, huh?
I think that's the class action part of it.
Yeah, there's evidence. Ooh.
She told Joy about it, and Joy said, no one gives an F about that. So Joy didn't care. She was only concerned about climbing up the ladder.
Responded, no one gives a fuck about Anonymous or the talk show host who replied reported Miss Dixon. Who's Anonymous?
I guess the other person who's claiming that they were.
I
assaulted.
wonder if that was another person, because on Undisputed, as I said, there was another hostess. She was blonde.
Oh.
But I don't think she left Fox. I think she just transferred to be do interviews.
That's
I think
what they said. They send you to the trap. They transfer you.
but she didn't get fired. She just got transferred.
Probably not to be in that environment.
Maybe.
Because
So maybe
some
it's
people
her.
would rather not be fired and not have to deal with repercussions, but be transferred if I can get away from
Maybe
the
that is her.
situation.
Jen. Her name was Jen, I think. Yeah, Jen.
All right, now she's going as anonymous.
But the other women at the network were suffering, and when they reported it, they were fired. Now, Miss Faraji was not only tried by Charlie Dixon, but she claims that she was tried by Skip Bayless. She said that she started cutting hair for him, and they would be talking, and he would start finding excuses to touch on her. He would give her lingering hugs and pressing his body against hers, and he would kiss her on the cheeks, and Miss Faraji said she felt uncomfortable. Skip Bayless also made a comment saying that she was voluptuous, and she didn't know what it meant at first because English is her second language, but when she asked somebody and found out about it, she was mortified. She tried to tell her co-worker what happened, but that co-worker said that Skip Bayless is a powerful man, and he's protected at Fox as well, so if she told on him, her job would be in jeopardy, and she couldn't afford to lose her job because she was a single mother supporting her son, so she just put up with it. But the more she put up with it, the more Skip tried her. And he continued to make advances on her over the years. And he made inappropriate comments suggesting that if she slept with him, he could change her life. And she would brush it off and politely change the subject because she didn't want to offend him and lose her job.
You listen to him.
I want to hear if she's going to say the 1.5 million, because that's the part that don't make sense to me.
Still, Skip continued to push up on her. At one point, she was dealing with health issues and she thought she had cancer. And she explained it to Skip in hopes that he would stop trying to make advances. However, he told her he wanted to be with her, and he grabbed her hands and started kissing them and offered her $1.5 million to...
Yeah, this part I don't buy. I just don't think
Why?
Skip has that much money to offer 1.5 million to her.
Maybe I feel like he's like saying that as a lie to tempt her.
I don't know.
Because at the end of the day, then all the guys are gonna be like, "Oh, Skip would never offer 1.5. He don't have 1.5. Why would he say such an outrageous number?"
If he said like 50K, then okay, that's okay. If she said 50K, I would buy it. But 1.5. Let me see his net worth. I just don't think he has that type of money.
Because it's just in case if she says something to somebody else, no one's gonna believe. Oh, Skip offered you 1.5.
Well, I don't. Let me see his net worth. Yeah, he has 70 million of it. So what, he's gonna offer 10% of his net worth?
He probably
to
meant
have
like
sex with somebody?
he probably meant like 2,000. Give her 2,000 and say, "Oh, I'll give you the rest of the year," and never do. Some people like that. Then they never give you the rest of the money. What you gonna do? You gonna tell to someone that, "Oh, you didn't get your full money"? You can't say
now,
to anybody.
if he did offer her 2,000, I would believe it.
No, but then everyone think that he did that. He wants everyone to not think he did that.
Okay, I'm gonna be how I always am, and it's innocent of being proven guilty.
I don't know, 1.5 million.
I need evidence. Whatever she's alleging is
no,
cute,
but it's a class. No, but it's a class lawsuit. She's not just by herself.
Evidence.
Yeah, but still, she's not by herself saying these things that he doesn't.
The class lawsuit is against Fox, the guy, not about against Skip.
Mm-hmm.
I think. And you know what? What Skip did? Kiss her on the cheek? I mean, that people.
No, tell you that made her feel uncomfortable.
I get it, but you know, kissing on the cheek is like some people say hi to that, you know, for insulting culture. So that's kind of like a.
Where did they film this at?
L.A.
L.A.
So you know that's a little iffy. You know, the touching, yeah, that's weird. But again, how is she gonna prove that? Because to me, that's something. If she has proof, then okay, we'll see it. But it's for something that I don't know if you said that's something you can prove.
But like, look, she went and told Joy, and Joy pretty much said, "Oh."
Well, clearly there's a problem.
There's
at
a
Fox.
problem.
But I'm talking about Skip specifically.
Sleep with her. And she was so mortified she had to leave. But a week later, he made another advance at her. And she responded and said, "Skip, stop, you have a wife." And he said, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives?"
Ooh.
And Miss Faraji had to tell him that her father passed away. And he was like, "Oh, snap." He was taken aback. And she made another excuse to leave. Skip is wild for this.
She's
really
doing
wild
everything
for
possible
this.
to scare him off. And he's not
trying to pay
catching
her $1.5 million to sleep with her after she told him that she might be experiencing ovarian cancer. It's just ridiculous. Like, he did not care. And the story gets even crazier than that. He started to get mad at Miss Faraji because he thought that she was sleeping with his co-host, Shannon Sharp. And she denied sleeping with Shannon. She also denied sleeping with anybody else.
It's going to be interesting what Skip says on his podcast about this.
At the job. However, Skip didn't believe her. He invited her to his car because he wanted to talk about it, but she didn't want to do it because she knew that he was trying to push up on her. So she declined. And Skip still continued to be mad about it. In fact, in the lawsuit, it said on April 16, 2022, he would call and accuse her of effing Shannon Sharp, and he would say, "I can tell from your body language that you effing him." And Miss Faraji tried to explain to him over and over that she was just being kind, and she's not.
That's interesting. I wonder if that was kind of...
Maybe she did his makeup.
Yeah, but...
They worked together.
I wonder if that's what caused the Skip to leave. I mean, Shannon to leave undisputed.
Sleeping with Shannon Sharp.
When did they?
I do think it was about 2022. I think it's 2 summers ago he left.
Would not believe it, and she also felt that he was mad at her because she refused to go back to his.
Maybe 2023 then, because last summer, this past summer 2024, Skip left, and a year before that Shannon left. So 2023 that will be.
Car with him, and when she brought that up, he was upset. And then he continued to accuse her of messing with Shannon, and she claims that he heard her talking to Shannon about her vajayjay. And Miss Faraji knew that this was untrue, and she was embarrassed and angry at this whole interaction. She knew that she wasn't messing with Shannon Sharp, and she didn't understand why it would matter if she messed with him. But it mattered to Skip because Skip was in love with her. He actually admitted that he was in love with her for 6 years. So he had a whole one-sided emotional affair with her. And because she wouldn't sleep with him, he then started to threaten her.
Some of this stuff I do believe, like,
why?
Because the language that she's saying Skip said does kind of sound like something Skip would say.
What do you mean? What's the language?
Yeah, like the Muslim thing. Oh, aren't you Muslim? Like that. I honestly, when I read it,
really random to say that.
When I read it in Skip's voice in my head. So like that's something I could see Skip saying. But the 1.5 million, he just don't have that type of money. I do not believe he has that type of money.
Position. He would say, "I don't want you to lose your job over this." And Miss Faraji was really concerned because working on Undisputed was like her bread and butter. She didn't want to lose her job, but Skip was threatening to fire her, and she felt like he was only doing that to pressure her into sleeping with him. Skip Bayless is truly unhinged. He's really unhinged. This whole story is crazy.
Now he said he's done with his show.
Like he's a YouTuber now.
So when did he finish his show officially?
Last summer. 2024 or summer, something like that. It was after the NBA season, I think.
He had a whole wife acting this way. Just a mess, y'all. A mess.
I've never seen
Joy
this
Taylor was
before.
throwing her goodies everywhere. In fact, in the lawsuit...
This is what I understood. I thought this guy had like all the connects.
He's just a host.
Claims that Joy was sleeping with the sports analyst Emmanuel Asho, and she was only sleeping with him because she was hoping that he would recommend her to be on the show Speak for Yourself. So,
and he did, because she was on that show.
She was definitely using him, but I don't think he really got the memo that she was using him because he seemed like he was in love. I mean, he would shower her with praise. He would give her tribute posts on social media. He would defend her, and nothing is wrong with that. I mean, he was in a romantic relationship with her. However, he was making it a little too obvious that they were together, and I don't even think she even looked at him in that way.
She's single. Because I thought this was all going on and she's married.
No, she got divorced in a year after.
Okay.
They were married for a year.
Okay, so now she's single. So this is considered, they don't have policy. They're not allowed to intermingle.
This to me, there's the same level. So I think this is inappropriate maybe at the worst, but it's not something there's no power dynamics.
Yeah, I thought there was. But
here, no, the first one with the
there's an issue because she didn't. She was hoping that he would recommend her to come in.
Right,
that's the problem. I didn't.
Okay, but recommend, but does it?
But what she had.
He doesn't have the. He can't make that decision though. He doesn't have the power to make the decision.
He has the influence to it, no?
Influence, maybe. I don't necessarily have a problem with this. I don't know. This is this is the same level.
She was just trying to get a job. You know what I'm saying?
Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speak, and I got to take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor. Do you all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in? It's hard to do, and Joy, you have done it. So congratulations. Looking forward to working with you. But truly, in the sports industry, I do not know anyone that is more impressive in every way, shape, or form than the one and only Joy Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
People also think that Joy messed with Shannon Sharp too because they went out together at a Dodgers game. And Shannon said that she's
if it was
his girl.
Michelle, I would look at her real sideways. But since she's not Michelle, she's safe.
Skip and Shannon Undisputed. Yeah, we co-host, but this is your show, so I owe you a little gratitude. But Joy better not ask me. I mean, Joy my girl, but Joy better not ask me when I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, being really cool, but we gon'
Did you see Joy's face? She was looking like, what? And listen, I'm not necessarily judging Joy for dating around and dating her co-workers. It happens. However, it's just not a smart thing to do, especially as a woman working in a male-dominated environment. She's creating this reputation that
she is doing that. She is hurting all the women.
Willing to do anything and sleep with anybody to get the position that she wants.
And then people naturally assume that already.
Yep.
Now when you prove it like that, you made it worse.
You know what they say? Don't hate the player.
reputation to have. It's just not.
I'm not mad at her. She did what she had to do. You know, that's the hustle.
No, but that's not what you got to do. I don't want.
That's what she had to do. That's what she had to do. She felt she had to do. That's the hustle.
Because you look at people and you say, "Wow, they accomplished so much. How can I be this successful?"
We talked about this in what the Jay-Z's reaction. I said anybody who's in that position.
I know that makes it
Probably
less
never-
desirable. You know, honestly.
So I know some people are celebrating it, but listen,
Okay.
stuff like this can backfire. When you're out here busting it wide open with various coworkers in the workplace, it can backfire. I mean, as the TV host T.J. Holmes, he was sleeping around with different female employees at ABC, and they were married, and he was getting complaints about it. He too was married, by the way, but he didn't care. He even slept with his very married co-host Amy Robach, and they flaunted their relationship around, and they both got fired. They not only lost their jobs, but their reputations were ruined. So there is a downside to sleeping around in the workplace. There needs to be professional boundaries there, but unfortunately, Joy didn't learn that. And now she learned the hard way that it's not a good idea to be sleeping your way around and sleeping your way to the top, because people are no longer going to respect you, and they're no longer going to feel like you got your job off of your own.
I'm curious too, what's her next step? I mean, they're going to have to go through this lawsuit. I don't know how long that's going to take. But what would be her steps in between that and after that?
I don't know.
Eric, I'm sure there were other more qualified women who could have easily gotten the same position that Joy got, but they weren't given the opportunity because they weren't willing to sleep around. And that's just not fair.
Yeah,
now, Ms. Ferrari said that Joy was
tough.
sleeping around with Emmanuel Acho and her boss, Charlie Dixon, at the same time. And Ms. Ferrari was a little concerned about it because she thought that Charlie would fire her if he found out that she was messing with Emmanuel. But Joy told her not to worry. She explained that she was powerful too, and once Charlie was no longer...
Okay, now I get it. Damn. For this, I wonder if this hairstylist has everything like noted down, like on recording, because I feel like this is all like interesting information, but if there's an actual voice that says it from her body to make me believe it, because that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't think she has anything recorded. It's a lot of alleged.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know, I say what
And
I always
she said
say.
English is not her first language.
Innocent until proven guilty. So, as far as we hear what she's saying, but I want to see some evidence or something, because right now it's just accusations.
And all we have is like if people corroborate together to make this a case, but.
Right.
Were useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her.
Who forced her? Who?
Joy said that.
Dixon?
Yeah, the boss, this like VP forced. And you know that's why I always say innocent until proven guilty, because anybody can accuse. She's just saying her plan B was to accuse him.
Listen, I've never heard of such wild shit like that before. That makes me believe it's true. That's too wild for it not to be true.
I don't.
No?
Well, I don't say
wild.
it's not true. I'm saying you have to be able to prove it. Because accusing is just okay.
Yeah, but I would have never thought for someone to come to say, well, I would do reverse Uno.
Really messed up. Now,
That
I wouldn't
is.
put it past Charlie if he did pressure her into a sexual relationship. However, it seemed
Well, to be fair, anytime there is a power involved,
Yeah,
it's a pressure.
It's pressure.
By definition, it's pressure.
It's pressure.
their relationship was consensual. Even though there was a power imbalance there, it seemed like Joy consented to it. So, if she lies and
Did
says that
she?
you are...
No,
Yeah,
she did
she did
not.
consent. She did
No,
consent.
there's
No.
pressure there. If there's dynamic,
Pressure is there, but
the
it's
pressure is
consented.
there.
Okay, Rochelle,
How can you give consent
but
if there's a dynamic?
Then you basically saying that he R'd her.
What-
If there's no consent, it's R.
I mean, she had to go. She okay. If
She
he
consented.
if
but
he
there
was
there
not
this
giving
pressure.
her a job, would she have done it?
There was pressure there, but it was consensual. You cannot say that it wasn't
That's
consensual.
not. You cannot make such agreement on a what you call
Yes, you can.
an illegal
Because
contract.
you
This
can
one,
go
this
find
is-
another job. That's not your only
I
option.
don't believe that was consent.
It's consent. It's consent. That's not her only option. Her back wasn't against the wall. She wanted it. She wanted to get a better opportunity than she currently had.
It would be if she was the one that was pursuing him. I feel like
She was though. She was interested in it.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I cannot speak.
Nah, it was consensual, but it
I don't
was.
know. I think this is debatable.
It's not debatable.
I don't think it's consent.
It's not-
If he is known to do this in the organization, then she's another person that he flexes his power onto. and she knows that
No.
what's his level and position, can she really give consent to...
Yes, she can. She can say no.
Her just to keep her position, that would actually be very messed up. And honestly, I think Charlie deserves to be ousted. He deserves to be investigated and fired. But if that's going to happen, it shouldn't be over a lie.
No, it's
In the lawsuit,
crazy.
Ms. Faraji
The
went
guy
on to
is
say
like
that
a nice guy.
she was bullied by the supervisor, Gina Peretti. And also she went to HR several times reporting about her schedule being unfairly cut and also reporting about insensitive comments about her race and ethnicity and her disability. Anytime she complained to HR about the hostile work environment, her complaints would just be brushed under the rug.
Okay, she
In
has a paper
2023, Ms.
trail.
Faraji learned that Charlie Dixon was plotting to fire her from the network. And the reason why he wanted to fire her is because she was talking too much and she was going to the HR
Here's the
too
paper
much.
trail.
And she revealed to the Employee Relations VP that Joy was sleeping with Emmanuel Action. After she revealed that, Ms. Faraji was investigated and she was accused of sleeping with Skip Bayless. Now, Skip defended Faraji and denied having relations with her.
So
but
who
Charlie
accused
Dixon
her
was
of that?
pressuring him
HR or something, or somebody at the company. I don't know.
to lie about it so he could find a reason to fire Miss Faraji and replace her with another pretty girl. But Skip wouldn't do it. So Charlie threatened to fire Skip. And Skip told Miss Faraji about what was going on. He said that Charlie was the one who told him that she was messing around with Shannon. And he apologized to her about everything he said and did. But he was still trying to take her out and make sexual advances because he was in love with her. But Miss Faraji refused. And in 2024, Skip Bayless lost his show. Miss Faraji was also fired from Undisputed, The Herd, and Speak, which were 3 shows she was working on. And there wasn't a reason why she was fired, but she knew she was cut because she was talking too much. And Charlie Dixon wanted her gone. So now she's suing.
Now, I don't know about the firing part. I think what is happening is in the entertainment industry, the channels are not pulling in money. Because a lot of ESPN cut a lot of people over summer. I think Fox is reducing the roster too. So I do think her getting cut is not exactly about whatever we're talking here. I think her getting cut is just the shows, Undisputed, Speak, the shows that they mentioned, the shows don't exist no more. So the shows ended. Well, you not need, like, what do you need it for? You know, Herd is still there, I think. So one of the shows she did, but you know, maybe they can cover from another show. They do that. So her firing, obviously I don't know the details, but I wouldn't immediately jump to conclusions that she was fired because of that. I think everybody from the show was fired, and if they can prove that it wasn't just her, everybody was fired. And what is her claim exactly? If everybody was let go that were part of that show, it's something easy to prove actually. So we'll see where that goes.
For everything she endured, and she's also suing on behalf of other employees who were victimized by the network. To me, it sounds like Fox Sports allowed a lot of BS to run rampant for years, and they're now going to face their reckoning. But I'll see how this whole case unfolds. And
I don't know. To me, as I said, I want to see proof because right now it's accusations. You know,
Yeah, I think if we see some more evidence that shows.
Yeah. HR isn't there to protect you. HR is there to protect the company. Golden rule. That is true. Charlie makes too much money to have his mouth looking like that. This is the first time I have no idea what's going on. Who are these people?
I know.
Skip did not like that woman. Skip wanted her because he thought she was with Shannon. He hates Shannon.
He was very jealous of Shannon based how she describes it. Does it sound like him?
I don't know him personally. I just know what he portrays on that persona that he puts on. You know.
Wow.
My son's father called me to gossip about this. He said he needed to talk about it. Okay, this is too down in the comments. Okay,
guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. We'll be following this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.